Well, the economic crash of 2008 affected the lives of people across the globe. The crash shocked the world, but how did experts not see it coming? Well, now a new feature documentary investigates why it happened and how we can avoid it happening again in the future. Let's take a look at a clip from the trailer.
Human nature drives the economy to crisis after crisis, time and time again.
You found a flaw in reality.
Flaw in the model that I perceived is the critical functioning structure that defines how the world works, so to speak.
Market freedom is the thing to cure all ills, and that is why we sing. Keep the markets free, free, free.
Every generation thinks it's smarter than its parents and its grandparents.
People tend to repeat the mistakes of the past.
Everyone was convinced that this time it's different.
Now ask the question, not are monkeys similar to humans because monkeys are so smart? We could ask, are monkeys similar to humans because in some ways they're so dumb? The human strategies we're seeing in real markets are kind of leftover strategies from 35 million years ago.
Well, I'm joined now by directors and producers Bill Jones and Theo Cocken. Welcome both to the show. We saw a clip of the documentary there. Theo, can I start, because you were the co-writer for this. What made you decide to make this documentary?
Well, actually, I had an inaugural speech at the university in Amsterdam in 2010. And I wrote a booklet about it, and that was about how we use economic models in the wrong way. We don't take human nature into account. And then I showed that to Terry Jones, Bill's father, and from Monty Python. And he said, we have to make a documentary about this, because this is ridiculous that these policymakers, like Greenspan we just saw, that they don't take human nature into account, but human nature is what drives the economy.
Well, let's talk about your father, because you can tell there has been a Terry Jones influence here. You've got the animations. What made you decide to go down that route?
I mean, it's a very dry subject, the economy, and we're trying to get people who aren't necessarily interested in the economy or economics to be interested, because it's very important, and to try and make it a bit more interesting. I mean, when I'm telling friends and stuff, they kind of just start turning off the moment I say it. But the moment I start talking about puppets and animations, they're like, oh, that sounds a bit more interesting. And it's just trying to make it more accessible.
I suppose the risk with that is, do people see this as trying to oversimplify the matter?
Well, some people do, but most people don't. So most people really like our approach, that we make it more accessible. And you can write lots of books and lots of papers about economic theories and how economies work, but hardly anybody reads it, and this is really much more accessible. So this was our choice, and most people like it.
Is this really as well about making people clear about the mistakes that we can learn from, and do you feel that message has got across?
Yeah, hopefully we've got that across on the programme, and we're very keen on learning those mistakes. I mean, one of the people we highlight is this guy, Hyman Minsky, and one of his theories is that people forget the past and they don't remember it. And in fact, they almost intentionally forget it because they get overexcited about how wonderful the present is and how everything's fixed, and they get so overexcited and exuberant. And we're just trying to, hopefully, we can try to make people remember what the problems of the past and try and learn from them. We did that after 1920s. We didn't do that after 2008.
As you rightly point out, it's a difficult subject to cover, difficult to make it really engaging, but you seem to have really achieved that here. What would you say going forwards are the plans for the future? Are you going to follow this up? Or obviously, you're hoping that there's not going to be another crash, that you won't be doing the same subject matter.
Well, there will be another crash for sure. I think we're heading for another crash, thanks to the central bankers and all the political actions we're taking now on the monetary front. So we hope this film will at least influence some people to maybe rethink their actions. And on the second thing that going forward, what we did was we started to work with students and student organizations around the world. And we made a website together with them. Actually, they made the website based on and instigated by this film about how the economy works for lay people, so everybody can understand lots of topics, learn how their world works, and from different points of view, because there is no single truth. So that was the follow-up project for this film. And between you both, you've definitely picked up awards in the past, haven't you?
Well, I mean, me and my partner we're Emmy nominated.
Brilliant.
And
we made a small film together before.
Yes.
In 2010. So we did work together already before we made this film, so that made us very comfortable.
And then you gave us an award for that, didn't you?
Yes, the Granny Award.
When your client gives you an award, it's always very good.
Well, I'm sure this will be very well received, and well done for tackling such a difficult subject as well there. Where can people see it? They can find it on YouTube and places like that? Yes, it's on. No, it's not on YouTube. It will be on YouTube in the far future, but for the time being, it's on iTunes and lots of other video on demand. Lovely. Well, thank you both.